So I thought I'd do a quick video on these katana cordless tools, just in case anyone was looking at them or interested in them. They are one of the cheaper tools out there, more in line with the Azito type branded tools, but I've been sort of surprised by them. They seem to be really good value for what you get, I believe. I bought this Makita set here. These are the brushless ones. Anyway, I bought this set and it was getting close to the $500 mark, I think. And you only get the 2-3 amp hour batteries and drill, driver and grinder. And about the same time, Dad bought this katana set. Now, I'm not 100% sure on what came in his complete set, but I've seen advertised basically what you see here now for similar money what that cost me there. It's around about the $500, so you get 3 batteries, but they're 4 amp hours. And yeah, now when we come to the tools themselves, this drill here does not perform as well as a Makita brushless one, but that's okay. It still works fine, but it just doesn't drill as well. The little driver itself, that's very close to the performance I get out of this one here. The actual model numbers, well, that would be the DTD 153, I guess. Performance is fairly similar. The grinders, I've never really used the grinder. I just did a quick test of it then, and then did the test on the Makita one just to see what the performance is like, because I don't really use the grinder that much. It's handy to have, but I don't use it that much. And the grinder, even though it's got a full battery, same as the Makita, the performance is nowhere near what the Makita one is. It just dies real easy. Fine for like grinding, if you just want to knock an edge off somewhere, or if you have a good wheel and want to take things pretty easy. But definitely no match for this Makita here. I'm not saying Makita is the best ever either, but it definitely doesn't work as well. But the best thing out of this set here is this 1/2 inch driver. Now, it's no Milwaukee, but it works really well. For most, I use it nearly every day of the week. Probably not that often, but it seems I'm always looking for it. It's the most common used tool out of any of these I'd ever use. And if you've got something you undo now, you just grab this. Wheel nuts, bolts, even bigger bolts. I've run sockets on here to, I think it was 1.25 inch sockets I was undoing something on once. And it really does perform very well. I was thinking of getting the Makita 1/2 inch driver, and the cheapest one of those is getting pretty close to $300, I think, $280 or something like that. Whether the specs on it are less than what the specs are on this, whether you believe the specs or not, I'm not sure. We've got the Newton meters here somewhere, I think, what they're supposed to do. Maybe it's in the book also. I did find it somewhere. And yeah, this is rated higher than what the cheapest Makita one is, but Makita obviously does offer a lot bigger ones too, and they've even got 3/4 drive and all that. So yeah, if you're looking for a cheap set of stuff, this katana gear it's okay. If you're in the market for something you got to use every day, go buy Milwaukee or something like that. They're much further in front of either of these. But for me, when I bought these, I just wanted something that was good. Doesn't have to be the best, but just good enough. And these tools here, by far, do everything I need to do, except for I don't have a driver. But if you just want to do stuff sometimes and you want a driver, this kit's really good. You have no trouble at all undoing wheel nuts or anything with that. I even got the adapters for these drill drivers. They're only the 1/4 inch drive, mostly for little bits. Anyway, I put the 1/2 inch drive socket in and just tried that on like a standard hold wheel nuts. No trouble at all. And this one here also did it. You would undo them. Standard wheel nut or 1/2 inch bolt. Should have no trouble at all. But yeah, there's not a whole heap to say about it. It's just that they're worth looking at if you're on a budget and you want some tools. I haven't used much Ozito stuff. I reckon they're probably a little bit better, perhaps. I'm not too sure. You have to do a tear down and see what's actually inside. I know some of the cheaper tools actually have plastic gears or nylon gears, whereas the bit better brands often have the powdered metal gears things that they have in them. I haven't torn one apart before, but I've seen them videos on them, so obviously these are cheaper for a reason. The batteries on them, no problems with that. They seem to last quite a while. None of these tools seem to be very heavy on the battery. Every now and then charge this one up. This one's done. I gave this battery here a run on the grinder before. I've been using this for a driver for a few days too, just odds and ends. Just did all the wheel nuts undid and did back up on the tandem trailer. Still on full charge type thing, so they seem to be reasonably good. Not much else to say about them really. I would probably still buy the Makita if I was to buy the tools again. I'm not sure, but I'm nearly thinking of it'd nearly be worthwhile buying this tool. I think you can buy it on its own and buy a battery and a charger, because the price you pay for all of that is still cheaper than these. Or the cheap one for these, the skin for this. But yeah, like I said, worth looking at. I've got no complaints about them so far. We've had them for about 6 months or so. So if you're obviously in the market for a cheap tool, I reckon they're alright. But like I said before, if you're going to use them all day, every day, hard work, obviously go buy Milwaukee or something like that. But yeah,